Bro, the weight of being. Ever notice how life feels like a boulder strapped to your chest? Like every single thing you've ever done, every choice you've made, every mistake you've buried is now living rent-free inside your skull, pressing down, whispering, "You're not enough. You'll never be enough." And somehow, you've been carrying it like it's your job, like you asked for this. It's funny, isn't it? The more you try to be someone else, the heavier the weight gets. Society hands you a script the day you're born: behave like this, act like that, feel like them, succeed like them. And you nod, you obey, you grind. Because who wants to be the villain? Who wants to be the one who says, "I don't play by your rules"? But here's the joke. By following their script, you've been casting yourself as your own jailer. Every expectation you've ever internalized is a chain. Every judgment you've ever swallowed is a shackle. And you've been marching forward, pretending it's fine, pretending it's okay. Bro, let me tell you something. They told you life was a straight line, a ladder, step after step, predictable, manageable. And yet here you are, tumbling down the rungs, scratching at the wood, gasping for air. You wonder why the climb is so exhausting. You wonder why your chest feels tight, why your mind is constantly screaming, why your hands shake even when nothing's physically pressing down. And the answer is simple. The weight of being isn't physical, it's mental. It's existential. It's the burden of everything you think you owe the world and yourself and everyone who ever looked at you with expectation. And the beauty of it, it's okay. That's right, bro. You're allowed to be crushed. You're allowed to feel dizzy from the sheer volume of life pressing down on you. You're allowed to want to scream, to collapse, to give up entirely. Because this is life. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't hand out guarantees. It doesn't even care about fairness. It throws chaos at you over and over, and you're supposed to keep dancing like nothing's wrong. But here's the trick: you don't have to pretend. It's okay to be heavy. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to carry the weight for a while without having all the answers. That's the first secret no one ever tells you. Suffering isn't a failure. It's proof that you're alive. It's proof that you're participating in the absurd circus of existence, rather than hiding in the bleachers, pretending it's someone else's show. Think about all the times you've blamed yourself. For choices, for mistakes, for opportunities lost. You've been wearing guilt like a second skin, breathing it in, letting it poison every corner of your mind. And all the while, you've been asking yourself, why am I like this? Here's a gift, bro. The answer is simple. You're human. You're a chaotic, fragile, unpredictable being trying to navigate a world that doesn't make sense. You're allowed to be messy. You're allowed to be exhausted. You're allowed to be overwhelmed. And when you finally let yourself accept that, when you finally whisper to yourself, it's okay, something changes. The chains loosen. The weight eases just a little. Because the moment you accept that life will always be absurd, that expectations will always be impossible, that guilt and fear will always creep in, you stop fighting them, you stop giving them power. And that, bro, is where freedom begins. So yes, you're carrying the weight. Yes, your mind is a storm. Yes, life is laughing at you while you stumble through it. And yes, it's okay, perfection. Oh, what a deliciously cruel joke, bro. You've been chasing it your whole life, haven't you? That invisible target that moves every time you get close. The world tells you, be perfect, look perfect, act perfect, achieve perfect, and you ever the obedient little pawn, nod along. You polish your flaws, you edit your personality, you tuck away the messy, human parts of yourself, all to fit some abstract standard that no one can even define. And the kicker, you'll never reach it, not now, not ever. Perfection is a trap, and you've walked right into it. Every should you've ever uttered, I should be smarter, I should be more disciplined, I should have it all figured out, is a shackle disguised as motivation. Every comparison you make, my life isn't as good as theirs, my smile isn't as bright, my success isn't enough, is a chain tightening around your psyche. You torture yourself over small mistakes, tiny slips, awkward moments that nobody else even remembers but you. You replay them in your head like a sadistic looped film. You messed up again, idiot. Your inner voice jeers. And somehow, Somewhere you actually believe it. The absurdity of it all is delicious, bro. Imagine a human being capable of wonder, creativity, laughter, and love, reduced to trembling over the color of a tie or a minor typo in an email. Perfection has convinced you that every little misstep is a catastrophe, that every moment of human imperfection is a personal indictment. You laugh at it sometimes, right? You should, because the whole thing is absurd. Perfection is the illusion that keeps you trapped in a constant cycle of self-criticism. It turns failure into a catastrophe and curiosity into a crime. You make a mistake, and suddenly your whole worth feels up for grabs. You forget that mistakes are inevitable. You forget that awkward moments, failed attempts, and embarrassment are part of the human experience. You forget that being human means being flawed. And yet you push on, polishing, editing, performing, because somewhere deep down, you're terrified of being not enough. But here's the first rebellion, bro. Here's the psychological trick no one ever tells you: self-compassion is your secret weapon. Laugh at the inner voice that says, you're a failure. Hug the awkward moments. Celebrate your stumbles like a twisted badge of honor. Every time you give yourself grace instead of judgment, you're saying, no, I will not bow to the tyranny of expectations. I will not let this illusion define me. Self-compassion isn't soft, it isn't weakness. It's a declaration of war against the impossible standards the world has handed you. Perfection is a lie, bro. A seductive, beautiful lie that promises satisfaction but delivers nothing but exhaustion and self-loathing. Failure is not just inevitable, it's necessary. You stumble, you falter, you fall flat on your face, and that's okay. In fact, that's where life starts. The flaws, the mistakes, the missteps, they're the real lessons, the sparks of insight that perfection would have smothered. Perfection sterilizes life. Mistakes, they make it messy, wild, alive. So the next time your mind whispers, you're not good enough, you must be perfect, chuckle, laugh at it. Let the absurdity wash over you like a warm, mocking rain. Then whisper back, it's okay, I'm human. I'll fail, I'll stumble, and I'll keep going anyway. That, bro, is the beginning, the first crack in the cage of perfection. The moment you choose yourself over the impossible standards. The moment you give yourself permission to be flawed, and in doing so, reclaim a little piece of freedom. Ah, guilt. The sneaky little devil that crawls into your mind and refuses to leave. It hides in the corners, whispering that you've failed someone, that you've disappointed the world, that you're not enough. And the worst part, you believe it. You let it fester, let it grow, let it wrap around your mind like chains made of invisible steel. Guilt doesn't appear out of nowhere. No, it's crafted, nurtured, and fed. Childhood conditioning is its cradle. Why can't you be better? You should have done more. The voices start early, planting seeds that blossom into self-condemnation. Then comes society, the relentless pressure to conform, to succeed, to meet standards that were never yours. Every expectation, every judgment, every whispered opinion piles onto your shoulders like weights you weren't built to carry. And the crown jewel, personal regrets, the little I should-haves, the I could-haves, the haunting memories of choices you made and can never undo. All of it collides inside you, forming a storm of self-recrimination. And it's exhausting, isn't it? Mentally, physically, spiritually. Guilt doesn't just sit quietly in your mind. It manifests as tension in your shoulders, heaviness in your chest, fatigue that sleep can't fix. It makes you second-guess every move, every word, every thought. Every decision becomes a test, and every failure, real or imagined, is a sentence handed down by your own mind. It's a prison, bro. A prison with no visible walls, but walls you can feel crushing you every day. But here's the thing, the real power of guilt isn't in what you did or didn't do. Its power is entirely dependent on you. You're the one holding the chains. You're the one giving it authority over your life. That's the cruel joke. The moment you recognize that guilt only exists because you allow it to, it loses its grip. Awareness is the key. Self-awareness is the lockpick. Notice when guilt creeps in. Name it. Look it squarely in the face and say, I see you, but you don't control me. And here comes the radical part, saying it's okay. Simple, raw, honest. It's okay. Those two words are the hammer that breaks the chain. It's the release valve for a mind under pressure. It doesn't erase mistakes, bro. It doesn't rewrite the past, but it stops guilt from dictating the present. It stops it from bleeding into every corner of your life. It's permission. Permission to be human. Permission to fail. Permission to breathe. Guilt is seductive because it feels like responsibility, like morality, like justice. But most of the time, it's just noise. Noise that clouds your thinking, exhausts your energy, and convinces you that you owe more than you actually do. And the truth, you owe nothing. You owe no one your happiness, no one your sanity, no one your life. The world owes you nothing, and it's okay. So, next time guilt tries to sneak in and weigh you down, confront it. Look at it, understand where it comes from, your childhood, your conditioning, your regrets, but don't let it sit in judgment over your life. Awareness, recognition, and the mantra of "it's okay" are your tools. Break the chain, let it go, free your mind. And the moment you do that, the mental fatigue, the tightness, the heaviness starts to lift. Guilt is only as powerful as the attention you give it. Take away its attention. Deny its authority. Whisper, "It's okay" to yourself and watch the chains shatter. Fear, that sly little bastard that sits in the corner of your mind whispering sweet lies, convincing you that the world is dangerous and you're fragile. You think fear is your protector, don't you? That it's keeping you safe. That it's the guardian that stops you from making mistakes, from getting hurt, from failing. But here's the punchline, bro. Fear isn't protecting you. Fear is controlling you. Fear is the jailer wearing a smile, telling you everything's fine while it tightens the chains around your potential. And you've been dancing with it, thinking it's a partner. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. These are the monsters that stalk you from the shadows, the voices that tell you to play small, to shrink back, to stay quiet. Every time you hesitate, every time you avoid, every time you wait for the right moment, it's fear flexing its muscles, laughing at you for believing it has your best interests at heart. And the tragedy, you've been giving it your energy, letting it sap your strength, convincing yourself that avoiding discomfort is bravery. But here's the twisted truth, bro. Fear is a liar. It's not your enemy, but it's not your friend either. It's a test, a reflection. A mirror showing you where you're hiding, where you're shrinking, where you've been too polite to confront the truth. You're capable of far more than you've allowed yourself to believe. Fear paralyzes growth. It steals mental energy. It turns the simple act of living into a marathon of hesitation. It's a vacuum, sucking away your time, your focus, your willpower, all while masquerading as a signal to be careful. So how do you deal with it? How do you stop letting fear dictate your life? First, observe it. Don't fight it. Don't let it dictate your reactions. Watch it. Notice how it flares when you approach something important, when you consider stepping outside your comfort zone, when you think about taking action. Fear is only powerful when it's hidden. Shine a light on it. Name it. Laugh at it. There you are, you little tyrant. I see you. Second, accept it. Don't try to vanish it. Don't try to convince yourself it doesn't exist. It does. And that's okay. Fear is a natural part of being alive. It's a signal, not a verdict. It's the mind's twisted way of saying, hey, this matters. This is important. Acceptance isn't weakness, it's clarity. When you acknowledge fear without giving it authority, you begin to shrink its power. You whisper, it's okay, not to yourself as a consolation, but as a defiance. That simple acknowledgement, it's okay, disarms it. The chains loosen. The mask slips. Finally, take deliberate action. Fear hates movement. It thrives in hesitation, in indecision, in delay. Step forward anyway. Do the thing your mind says you can't. Speak the words you've been avoiding. Chase the opportunity that's frightening. Each deliberate action is a refusal to be controlled. Each act of courage, no matter how small, erodes the power fear has over you. The more you act in spite of fear, the less it commands your energy. The more it becomes a signal, not a barrier. Bro, here's the thing you need to understand. The moment you confront fear, observe it, accept it, and step forward anyway, it loses its grip. The mask slips. The shadow retreats. You're not diminished by fear, you're awakened by it. And when you whisper, it's okay, over and over, it starts to sound ridiculous, doesn't it? The tyrant that ruled your mind suddenly seems like a fool. And that, my friend, is freedom. Fear isn't the enemy. Fear is the mirror showing you where you've hidden. And the best part, you get to laugh at the reflection, step through it, and reclaim the energy it was draining all along. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to tremble. It's okay to feel the weight. But it's also okay to say, bro, I see you, I hear you, and I'm moving forward anyway. Because when you do that, fear stops controlling you. And that, my friend, is the first taste of liberation. You think life should make sense. Oh, bro, how deliciously naive. You wake up expecting order. You expect a straight line, a map, a guide that shows exactly where to step next, and the world laughs. Life is chaos, and the universe couldn't care less about your plans. People are unpredictable. Society is a tangled mess of expectations and contradictions. Your emotions rise and fall without warning. You think you're in control, but the joke's on you. Control is an illusion. Every day you're bombarded by randomness. Someone cuts you off in traffic. A friend disappears without explanation. A project collapses. An unexpected bill appears. Your body aches. Your mind screams. You try to impose order on the madness, but the more you resist, the tighter the chaos grips you. Fighting it is like wrestling smoke. It can't be held. It can't be tamed. And the more you struggle, the more energy it consumes, leaving you drained, overwhelmed, and convinced that you're broken. But here's the truth, bro. You're not broken. You've just been resisting reality. Chaos isn't the enemy. It's the raw material of life. The raw energy that fuels growth, creativity, and change. When you stop trying to control it, when you stop pushing against it, that energy doesn't disappear. It flows into you. It gives clarity instead of confusion, flexibility instead of rigidity. It teaches you to navigate uncertainty instead of fearing it. The more you embrace chaos, the more your mind relaxes, the more your soul breathes. Mental flexibility is the key. You don't need to predict every twist or plan for every turn. You need to adapt, to bend without breaking, to laugh at the absurdity of life. You need to say to yourself, it's okay that I don't know what's next. It's okay that I stumble. It's okay to feel lost. Because the truth is, the moment you accept that chaos is inevitable, the moment you stop trying to force order on an unordered world, the chaos stops controlling you. You stop fighting and start flowing. Embracing chaos doesn't mean recklessness. It doesn't mean surrendering your will. It means choosing where to direct your energy, choosing which battles are yours to fight, and choosing to release the illusion that life can ever be fully controlled. It's in the moments of unpredictability that you discover resilience, creativity, and clarity. It's in the disorder that your mind sharpens and your focus crystallizes. So bro, next time the world flips upside down, next time everything falls apart in ways you didn't expect, don't panic, don't try to wrestle the smoke. Laugh. Step into the unpredictability. Use it, channel it, feel it. And remember, it's okay that you don't have all the answers. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to feel lost. Chaos is the only constant, and when you stop fearing it, it becomes the most powerful ally you've ever had. Bro, here's the joke. All this time, the enemy wasn't out there. It wasn't your job, your boss, your parents, your ex, or society. No, the person you've been fighting, sabotaging, doubting, and fearing has been you. That's the punchline. The mirror never lies, but you've been too busy hating the reflection to notice. And now it's time to realize, the only person who can save you, the only anchor in this storm of life, the one thing holding you upright when everything else crumbles, is yourself. Think about it. How often have you let external pressures warp the way you see yourself? You measure your worth against someone else's rules, someone else's expectations, someone else's idea of enough. You compare your progress, your looks, your achievements, your failures, and every time you come up short, you take it personally. You feed your guilt. You feed your fear. You let it consume you. That's the power of external judgment. It turns your own mind against you. You've become the jailer of your own freedom. And that, bro, is why you've been mentally fucked. But here's the secret. The mind that's been your greatest tormentor can also be your greatest ally. The moment you shift your perspective, the moment you realize that the only opinion that truly matters is yours, the world loses its power over you. Radical acceptance is the key. Radical self-compassion. Radical forgiveness. Stop punishing yourself for mistakes you've already made. Stop hating the parts of yourself that the world never loved anyway. Align with your values, your truth, your unique rhythm, and you'll find that the storm outside doesn't touch you the same way. You start standing taller, not because the world changed, but because you did. You want methods. Here's how you reclaim agency: mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts without judgment. Observe the whispers of fear and guilt, and acknowledge them without letting them dictate your actions. Self-reflection. Write it down, say it out loud, scream it into the void if you have to, whatever it takes to externalize the chaos in your head. And deliberate choice making. Every day, every moment, choose the actions that serve your values, your purpose, your sanity, not someone else's checklist of success. Every decision is an act of reclaiming your power. Every no to nonsense, every yes to yourself, every boundary set in defiance of expectation is a small revolution. And here's the beauty of it. The more you stop fighting yourself, the less the world can hurt you. The more you align with your own mind and heart, the less anyone else's words, judgments, or chaos have sway over you. You've been living like a puppet on strings. But when you start honoring the self, those strings vanish. Your power is no longer borrowed from approval, it's intrinsic. You can walk into the chaos, into the fear, into the uncertainty, and you remain unshaken. The moment you stop resisting, stop hating, stop doubting, you discover the ally that's been hiding in plain sight: yourself. And when that realization hits, bro, everything changes. The storms of life become less threatening, the pressure to perform fades, the endless comparisons lose meaning. You start to laugh at the absurdity of it all, not because the world is less cruel, but because you are no longer ruled by its cruelty. You've found a sanctuary inside your own mind, and for the first time in a long time, it feels okay to breathe, to move, to exist. So remember this: the battle was never outside, it was always inside. And now that you're finally learning to fight for yourself, not against yourself, you're beginning to win. It's okay. Here we are, bro, the final act, the part where all the chaos, all the fear, all the guilt, all the exhaustion, the whole circus of your life comes to a head. And here's the punchline: it's okay. Everything you've been afraid of, everything you've been running from, everything you've been beating yourself up over, it's okay. Not someday, not when it's convenient, not when the world says it's time. Right now, it's okay. Saying it's okay isn't surrender. Oh no, bro, it's the ultimate rebellion. It's the middle finger to every expectation, every judgment, every voice, internal and external, that's ever told you you're not enough. It's the declaration that you are here, you are human, and the fact that you are struggling, failing, doubting, and stumbling is exactly what makes you alive. It's the act of reclaiming your life from the tyrannical rules you've been conditioned to follow. It's okay that you're broken. It's okay that you're scared. It's okay that you don't know. That's the point. That's the game. You've been trying so hard to hold yourself together, trying to appear untouchable, untarnished, and perfect. But here's the truth. Perfection is a lie. Life is messy, ugly, chaotic, unpredictable. And the fact that you're still standing in the middle of it, bruised and battered, shows something most people will never understand: resilience, strength, courage. And when you finally whisper it to yourself, it's okay, you're no longer a victim of the game. You're the one writing the rules. Think about it, bro. All the mental exhaustion, all the fatigue, all the pressure, it's been draining you because you were carrying invisible weights: fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of not being enough. You were weighed down by guilt for things you didn't control, by expectations you never agreed to, by chaos you didn't create but were forced to navigate. And now, just by saying it's okay, you remove the load. It's not magic, it's not some trick, it's an act of liberation. Your mind stops running from itself. Your thoughts stop clawing at you. You release the chains you've been so desperately clinging to. Humor plays a role here too. The Joker knows this well. Life is absurd, it's cruel, it's messy. And laughing in the face of it isn't weakness, it's wisdom. When you say, it's okay, with a smirk, with a wink, with the recognition that this whole disaster is hilarious in its own chaotic way. You strip the power from suffering. You stop taking yourself seriously enough to be destroyed by fear, guilt, or shame. You find perspective. And in that perspective, there is freedom. Freedom isn't about control. It's about letting go. Letting go of the ridiculous idea that you have to orchestrate every detail, that you have to predict every outcome, that you have to be flawless. Freedom comes when you accept that chaos is life, that uncertainty is the law, that discomfort is inevitable, and you still choose to live anyway. Mental fatigue dissipates when judgment dissolves, when guilt evaporates, when fear loses its grip, when the illusion of control is finally unmasked. And it's okay. Here's the beauty of it, bro. Life will always be messy, uncomfortable, and absurd. There will always be failures, heartbreak, mistakes, and moments that make you question why you even bother. There will always be chaos outside and inside you. But none of that matters when you've claimed your mantra, it's okay. Because saying it aloud or whispering it to yourself is a radical act. It says, I am still standing, I am still human, I am still capable, I am free. It's a declaration that you can survive the absurdity, and even more, you can thrive in it. And now, here's the Joker-style kicker. Freedom is terrifying. When the chains come off, when the masks are gone, when the scripts are burned, you're faced with one undeniable truth. It's all up to you. You can't blame the world, society, fear, or guilt anymore. There's no safety net, no easy excuses, just your mind, your choices, your chaos, and suddenly everything feels enormous, intimidating, liberating. So bro, here's the last question, the one you've been avoiding. So what are you going to do with all that freedom? You can shrink back. You can go hide in comfort. You can fall into the trap of fatigue, distraction, and approval again. Or you can step into the chaos, embrace the uncertainty, laugh at the absurdity, and say with full conviction, it's okay. I am alive. I am free. I am enough, because life doesn't get easier. The storms don't stop. The pressures don't disappear. But when you understand that, when you claim that mantra, when you whisper or roar, it's okay. You realize that none of it can destroy you. Nothing outside can control you. You are your own mind. You are your own master. And in that dark, chaotic, insane world, that is everything. And the final truth, bro, that's perfectly okay.